Hi, my name is Jay Grams. My family has owned the Volo Auto Museum since 1960. We have a few hundred of the most exciting collector cars, and they're all for sale in one location. I personally have handpicked them from around the country. Welcome to my sales shop. Come on, let's go for a spin. We've got one hell of a 72 Camaro here, folks. It has an LSX motor under the hood with a Pro Charger, methanol injected, intercooled. It could be making 1,000 horsepower. All custom chassis, brakes, steering, air condition, Hughes high performance overdrive automatic transmission, Fab 9 rear end, 1,600 miles since it was built. Go to volocars.com. That's where you can read the specs, because I'll probably forget half of them. Look at all the pictures. Price tags are on every one of our cars for sale at volocars.com, along with a monthly finance option as well. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the bell icon so you're notified when the next video is posted. But for right now, you better buckle up. Let's go for a spin. We bought two Camaros from a gentleman out in Beverly Hills, California. A 69, very similar to this. We already sold it, and we bought this one. He's made appearances on one of the reality TV shows out there, California Listings or Los Angeles Listings. They sell high-end property. In other words, the guy's got a lot of money, had the car built, like best of everything in there. He drove it hard. He put 1,600 miles on. He drove this car. That's what this car is set up to do, is to drive. We're trying to identify all the parts. He wasn't much help. So we did the best we could, and all I kept hearing from my shop is, wow, they spent the money. Wow, it's got some good stuff in there. It runs, drives, steers amazingly well. So it's a California car. The floors are all nice and clean under there. That's not an issue. The suspension, it looks like it's Chassis Works from Chris Alston suspension under there. It does have a sticker on the sway bar. All adjustable tubular control arms. You can move the shocks, all different positions. They're coil-over adjustable gas shocks. Frame connectors from the front to the back, keeps the car from twisting. All new rear suspension setup, tubular upper and lower control arms, relocated shocks, coil-over gas adjustable shocks. Has one of them fancy sway bars. They're splined on the end, all adjustable. All high-end suspension components. Willwood brake system, disc at all four corners, drilled and slotted rotors, e-brake assembly, all that's hooked up. New fuel system, because fuel-injected car has all the proper fuel pump and braided fuel lines and all that good stuff for it. You look up at the motor. It's an LS motor, so it's aluminum oil pan, high-torque starter. It's got a Hughes Performance built 4L80E. That's an electronic overdrive automatic trans. It's built to handle the horsepower. Is also programmable. There's a digital screen in the car. You can adjust the shift points and play around with the transmission. Custom drive shaft. It's a big heavy-duty Fab 9 rear end with the back brace, so it's all strengthened. I don't know all the internals, but based on everything else, I'm sure it's got all the good stuff in the rear end as well. God, it feels like I'm forgetting so much, but underneath the car is set up with all the best steering, brakes, suspension. Oh, we didn't talk about the exhaust. It's got big, fat, probably 3-inch exhaust coming back to the mufflers, and then it stops right about the rear end. And there's something I've never seen before. I had to find out what they were. There's like baffle tubes attached to the muffler. That's to keep that deafening low tone there when you're driving. I guess that solves that. So it must have been something he complained about, and they fixed it. So yeah, look at the pictures underneath the car. Read the information we post on the website. We'll tell you all about what we got going on. Because I'm looking at the front discs. They're big, giant rotors. All good stuff. Let's look at the body. It's a rally sport, so it has the nose that sticks out with the split bumpers. The lights are up here. It's all part of the rally sport package. It has a metal cowl hood. So the body is straight, all looks good. Body's all looking really nice, lines up real nice, no rust, no dents or damage. The roof is looking real nice, no issues through here. All nice, clean metal, all real good. He had an antenna mounted back here at one point. We got a plug to cover the hole, and it's loose. They need to tighten that up, but there was an antenna there. All this is good. It has a tall spoiler, the 3-piece spoiler. Body's looking really good. All nice, clean body. This side's just as straight, no damage. Obviously painted a red. It looks like a garnet red, a nice, not dark red, but you know, it's a darker red. It's smooth and glossy. It has some imperfections, like here's a chip right up on top of the door. This is all smooth and glossy. There's an extra hole right in front of the mirror. I don't know if they put different mirrors on, or, but there's a hole drilled from a different mirror at one time. This is all nice, clean metal. No issues up there. The stripes, pretty smooth. You can barely feel them. All nice, smooth, bright red paint. And obviously the trim is blacked out. The bumpers and moldings, that's all blacked out. Has a custom billet grill, and this is something we're working on. Right now they've kind of put this cable here so we can pop the hood open, but we're fabricating something a little better for that. That's still in the process. Here's a chip on the edge of the fender right here. We can touch that up if you remind the guys, the salesman. So the wheels. They got the Pilot Super Sport tires, so they're the high-performance tires. They're 19-inch. They're ZR rated. They're expensive wheels. God, I can't read the name on here, but I did look them up. They're a forged, expensive wheel. 19-inch. Michelin Sport tires in back too. And these are also 19-inch. Yeah, so they're 19-inch, but they're extra wide in the back. I'll list the name of the wheels on the website. I can't recall what it is offhand. The glass is tinted. Looks like it's a new rear window. It's a PPG. I don't think that's what it was originally. Rubber seals are replaced. The windshield's been replaced. So let's open it up. We'll show you what it looks like inside the car. Okay, we're going to open the trunk. I didn't really talk about the back bumper, but it's blacked out. So is the trim around the taillights as well. Now there's two ways of opening the trunk. It is a power trunk release, or you got this safety backup. You pop the cable and it opens. So under the trunk is painted. Looks like they have a light here. It's not on. I'll add that to the list because this car is going back in the shop. Real clean metal, like I said. That is not the world's smallest fuel tank. That's a methanol tank, which we'll talk more about that when we get up by the motor. That's methanol. Optima battery relocated to the trunk, has a billet hold down. Gives more room in the engine, and it also puts a little more weight over this rear tire. So, clean trunk compartment. I think they're called Forge Speed tires, but again, refer to the website, or wheels. Door jambs are clean, no rust. Weather strips are replaced, has billet sill plates. Looks like the door panels, all that trim was replaced. The dash pad's been replaced. The instrument panel is custom with autometer gauges. It has something like 1,600 miles on the car, 1,695 according to that there. We've also got a fuel tech management system. You can monitor and you can control things about the engine. It's a computer control. This is fuel tech controls. In the glove box, we got the controllers for the, we got the controllers for the transmission. You can control, no, that's in here. There you go. You got power windows, has the overdrive indicator. A few little nicks and chips in the black paint here. Got a nice steering wheel on a tilt column. You got these seats you need them. They hold you in place from sliding all over. You got the safety harnesses as well. Otherwise, you'll be sliding off the seat if you're running this. You can run this thing on a track. The back seat's redone. That's all stock, original. Side panels are real nice. Headliners replaced. Dome light works. Visors are redone. So very nice interior. Carpets are replaced with Z28 floor mats. Now, the good part. This engine is an LSX engine. It has Z06 LS7 aluminum heads. It has a low rise or medium rise intake. It's got a 102 millimeter throttle body. And I'm going to refer to my notes. Aeromotive fuel system, that's all the fuel lines and fittings. Has 120-pound Holley injectors. Those are some big injectors. Coated Hedman headers. Now this here is an F1 Pro Charger. That can produce up to 1,200 horsepower. This is like a $9,000 or $10,000 system. It has the blow-off relief valve. It also has an intercooler up front. The whole package, again, like $9,000. We have some really fancy billet hinges, but the little struts have lost their charge, so we have new ones ordered. It has a Willwood master cylinder. It does have power steering. This is a remote reservoir, billet reservoir. The air conditioning is down low, and the lines go behind the fender, so you don't even know it has it. It's an aluminum radiator with dual electric fans. You got hard radiator hoses, upper and lower. Custom fender support bar going all the way across. This thing back here, it's called a catch can. Whatever comes out the breather goes into a can and says spraying on the motor compartment. This motor, we're going to guess conservatively 800 horsepower. It could be easily over 1,000. You can certainly set it up to be 1,200 if you wanted to. So this is one fast, high-performance machine right here. Okay, so in a nutshell, this car has had a ton of money spent on. It's had a ton of money spent on it. All the good stuff. It's built to handle. You can drive this to cruise nights. You can drive it on the street. It's air conditioned. It's overdrive, but it also can go to a track. It's set up like that. Is it a show car? Yeah, I'd go to any cruise night. You're going to get compliments. You're going to be proud of it. Is it detailed? No. There's little, like this trim has little scuffs, like a little rock hit it. This is probably the original trim right here. There's little details that they could have made better, but I think he was more interested in just making one mean machine out of this thing, and that they accomplished. It could be 1,000 horsepower under that hood, and it's got everything to back it up. Go to volocars.com. The salesman will try and answer any questions you have about the car. It is still going back through our shop to, fix a couple little things still. But salesmen can also get this delivered to your door. They can help you finance it if you go to volocars.com. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe, click on the bell icon. You'll be notified as the new ones are posted. Thanks for watching.